Hello and good morning. It is May 18th, 2023. Joe Justice here, and I am coming to you live with a whole new audio setup, a whole new sound setup. I hope it sounds pretty good. I've got some cool new toys here that I can use for some ducking and controlling my sound a little bit better, and I'm going to be listening with some headphones to try to make sure I control the audio as best I can. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it makes for an even better listening experience. Hey, I want to remind you that coming up next week, I am going to be over at the Extreme Networks event over at Recovery Bar and Grill. We are going to be talking about simplifying your network deployment, and you can come and join us. You know, networks are complicated, and Extreme Networks has always been really well known for having really robust and powerful networks, but haven't always been considered to be an affordable solution for a lot of small businesses and a lot of organizations. So their commercial bundle is being used to simplify that, to make it simple and to make it easy so that you can use Wi-Fi and the latest cloud technology, everything that you need to be able to supply internet to everybody in your office and to manage the demands of modern technology, from all the streaming that we're doing nowadays to Zoom calls to IoT devices and everything in between. So click the link in the comments. Go ahead and sign up. Join us for that, and hope to see you there next week. Hope you enjoy my new sound setup here. I think it's pretty good, and I think I'm sounding pretty good. You guys let me know in the comments. Drop me a comment. Say, hey, I like that new sound. It's working better. That new mic is nice. I really like that. All right, so let's talk a little bit about today about what makes you different, what makes you unique, and leaning into that. So believe it or not, way back in 1808, the Kanawha Valley was really kind of put on the map by Captain James Wilson, who established the first salt works. Believe it or not, that is how the Kanawha Valley really came to prominence, and that's where a lot of the original money in the Kanawha Valley came from, was from salt works, if you can believe that. And then, of course, that led to the development of the Kanawha River for transportation, and all of that was used then, of course, for coal and other usage. So when it comes to hustlers, you don't have to look very far, especially in West Virginia, and you go into the Kanawha Valley area. You don't have to look back too far to see some real hustlers, because those people, the pioneers of those eras, they really, really, really challenged the frontier that was completely unforgiving, and those were some original hustlers. And one of the lessons that we can learn from that is to take what you're strong at, what are your strengths, and to lean into those strengths. A lot of people kind of have this, and honestly, I blame movies like Rudy for this type of thing. They kind of have this vision of they're not very good at something, but they have this vision of becoming this great expert, to the underdog that's going to defy all the odds and burst forth and achieve great things. And we've got movies, like I say, Rudy's a great example of that. We've got movies, we've got television shows, we've got books, we've got all kinds of stories about those kinds of things. But if you step back and you lean into your strengths, what are you good at? And you can really exploit those things, just like the Kanawha Valley was originally good at producing salt. And by producing salt, they were able to really take that to the next level and really do amazing things with it. And that's what brings us here today. That's where we're here today with that kind of stuff. So what are you good at? Focus on the things that you're good at, and then work on improving the things that you're not quite as good at. So let me give you some ideas. Are you good at talking? Are you good at being in a room, working a room? Are you good at graphic design? Are you creative? Are you creative in such a way? Are you able to take other people's ideas and then kind of streamline them? Are you creative in such a way that you're able to create whole new things that people aren't necessarily, aware of? Those are different types of creativity, the kind of creativity that kind of expands other people's ideas, and the kind of creativity that connect desperate things. Those are, or disparate things. Those are different skills. Those are different skill sets. And, depending on what you're really good at is what you can really lean into and improve. And then you can kind of look back at the things that you don't miss. Now, most skills can be learned. Talents can't be. So imagine a skill might be, a good example of a skill might be something like playing the piano mechanically. Okay, that can be learned. Anybody can learn how to play the piano. If you take enough lessons, you can learn how to do it. Now, can you write music like Mozart? No, that's a talent. So the talent is in the that kind of expressive ability, whereas the skill is something that you can learn. So there's all kinds of skills that you can learn that can improve your hustle, that can improve what you're able to do. Can you learn to program a website? Can you learn web design? Can you learn graphic design? Can you learn how to use Canva, for example? Canva is a very common tool nowadays. It used to be that once upon a time you had to take a lot of courses on how to use programs like Illustrator from Adobe, or you had to learn InDesign or something like that. And those are complicated, difficult to use programs that you had to have a lot of skill to be able to use. Nowadays, you've got software tools like Canva that you can learn anytime. But what's that? That's the skill. But what's the talent? What makes you different? What makes you unique? That gives you the ability to use that skill in a way that can really help your audience. So you want to think about your audience. What do they need? What could they use? And then how can you maximize that? What are you really good at? Again, if you're good in the room, if you're good at talking with people, then you want to do something that involves being out there, networking, talking, being involved with people. If you're good at quietly contemplating and synthesizing things, then you want to be maybe a consultant that's able to do that type of things. You want to lean into the skills that you have and the talents that you have and maximize those. And it's by doing those and by moving forward in that direction that you'll find your passions, and those passions can help drive you to success. You know, a lot of people say to follow your passion, and I don't think that's exactly true. I think following your passion can be right if everything works out right for you, but there's plenty of people that hustle and make a good living and are able to do very well doing things that they're not passionate about, but that they're very good at. And there's nothing wrong with that. So you can also find passion in things that that you don't necessarily enjoy right away, but you spend enough time doing it, and it helps out a lot of people. That can really help to drive that passion and to make you excited for it. So keep that in mind and lean into the one simple step that I could give you to think about today as you're moving forward, as you're improving your business, as you're working towards improving your hustle, is to sit down and think about what is it that you do that's very unique, that's good, that you can do that nobody else can do. Figuring that out for yourself, and then try to weave those kinds of things into your day-to-day activities and into the hustle that you're providing for other people. It's in doing those things you'll be good at it, and you'll find your passion, and you'll be able to achieve and really be able to do really well with what you have, because what you have is plenty, and always remember that. Thank you so much for watching here today. Be sure to like, share, subscribe with your friends. Would love to see you on Monday. If you're going to be in Charleston, swing on by to the Recovery Sports Bar and Grill, and we're going to be talking with our friends from Extreme. Would love to see you there. Be sure to sign up. And have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all. Now, remember, I'm not going to be here. I won't be here live on Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday, and we'll catch up with some more great guests. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.